Hello friends, today in this project we will be building a text file downloader inside C Sharp Razor.NET WebAssembly project. So basically we will be using a very new latest technology which has come to the .NET framework, which is called as Razor. So many programmers and developers are talking about this technology, which is, if you just Google it, Razor WebAssembly, you will get to know about this technology. It's kind of a C sharp way of building web applications alongside with ASP.NET. So this is Blazor. So you can see many developers and programmers are talking about this technology, that this is the future of programming in C sharp. And we will be looking at a very simple project in which I will be showing you that how to download a file inside Blazor, inside the browser, as an attachment. So for this, we will be taking a very simple example of text file. So let me show you the project. So you can see if I run this project here, I'm using Visual Studio Code 2022 version. So I am using the latest version. So you will see if I run this project, you will see now this will open this project at localhost 7181. This is a port number, and you can see this is Blazor. Just gives you this awesome little menu where you can play with these. This is a home page, and this is our save file menu that we have created here. If I click this, you will see this text area. Here you can write anything. So if you want to create a text file, you can write anything. And if you click generate file, you will see, if you click generate file, this file will be downloaded as attachment. If you open this, nothing will be there because we first of all need to save the file. So there is a save file button out there. So if I click this button, my file will be saved. Now if I click the generate button, you will see all the text will be written inside it. You will see that. You can also refresh it. Once again, if you can write something here, click save file, generate the file. So you can see the text will be written inside it. So if you want to make any sort of adjustment here, you can need to again press the save file button and click again generate file. This will generate the file for you as an attachment inside the browser. So in this tutorial, we will look at how to download files inside Blazor.NET WebAssembly project. This will be, so this will all be done in the browser side. So let's get started guys by building this short little application. So for this, I am using Visual Studio Code 2022 version. So I will close this. So let me close this. So now in the command line, sorry, here we will search for my version Visual Studio 2022. You will see now inside this, we need to create a new project, and inside the templates, you will see, just search for Blazor. And if you search for Blazor, two sets of Blazor apps are there. First is Blazor server app, and the second one is Blazor WebAssembly app. So for this tutorial, we are working in the browser. We are not taking help from any sort of server. So server side we will not develop. So we will be selecting the Blazor WebAssembly app. So here you can give the title. So I can give it a title Blazor file downloader. This is the name of the project. If I click next, and then you need to select your configure for HTTPS, this option needs to be turned on because all the apps run on HTTPS. Click on create, and now this will create your Blazor WebAssembly project inside your Visual Studio 2022 version. So you can see that. Just close it, and then the main file resides inside the www root folder. You will see this is the index.html file which shown to the user. So inside this file you will see our blazor.webassembly.js file is included here. This is the JavaScript file which gets included, which is shown to the user. We have also the CSS file for our project, which is residing inside the CSS folder, which is, you can see, app.css. So here you can change our styling part. You can change the CSS of your project. So if I want to launch the application, there is a simple green button out there. Simply click it, and this will launch the application for you. at your local host version. So simply wait, and now this will launch the application. So you will see inside another browser window, it will start this application. And Blazor by default, it provides you this awesome little hello world program. And also, if you go to the counter, these are menu items. So this is a simple counter application. If I click it, you will see that counter value will change. It will increase it, whatever I click it here. And then there is a third application which fetch some of the data from the server. So these are the three sample apps which Blazor WebAssembly does provide you as a developer to just see what is happening inside Blazor. So now the fourth one we will develop, which will actually download a file from the inside the browser. So so now you will see that if I want to close the application, I will click this red button. So simply it will close the application. So you will see that. So now all the pages that you see are residing inside the pages directory. You will see that this is the counter.razor. So all the pages that you see inside your application is inside the pages directory. You will see counter fetch data. This is the index page, which is you can change this to anything. Let's suppose I change this to any value. If I once again run this, so you will see our hello world message will be changed because we have changed it inside our application. So it is loading. So you will see this message is changed here because we changed it inside this. So you can play with this. Now I will show you how to build this application, which will actually have a text area where you can have your. So for that I will change. First of all, we need to create a page inside the pages directory. Right click it inside the pages directory and add a new razor component. So simply select this add razor component, and here we will give it a name. So you can give any name of your choice, but I will say save file dot razor. So enter it, and now we have a brand new page here which is save file. You can give it a title here. This is save file razor page, razor component, and this is our page. Now if in order to add this inside our menu, this is very easy. Simply go to your app dot this file, which is I think this is the file. If you go to shared, and here you will see your nav menu, and just open this nav menu, and inside this you need to add this. So right here I will copy this and I will paste it one more time, and inside this I will change this to whatever is the. If you open save file, you will see that you just need to provide it at the very top. You need to provide the page. So whatever page you are, add the rate symbol, add the rate page, and then followed by the route. So inside double quotes you will provide. So this you can do this anything. I will provide save file. That's it. So we have given a route here to this razor component. So here I can use this route here simply inside my menu page. So here I can give this value, which is save file. So I don't need to put slash here because slash is by default. So just put save file here. After that, your menu is just change this to save file. So now one more menu item is added. So if I execute the Blazor WebAssembly project, you will see that one menu item will be added here. So it is currently loading. So you will see one item has been added. So if I click it, this is your save file razor component. So it is currently showing this stuff that we have written inside this component, which is save file razor component. So right here inside this, we need to show a text area to the user so that they can write something inside it, and then we can download it as a text file. So for doing this, guys, we will first of all need to stop the application. So just simply stop it. And right here, we need to inject some JavaScript as well inside it. So I will delete this. So there is a special syntax in order to inject it, at the rate inject. And then we will say IJS in all capital letters, IGS runtime, and then JS runtime, JS runtime. Just write this, and after this we will have a H1 heading. So inside H1 heading we can say Blazor save and generate file. So this is a H1 heading here, and after that we will have a text area. So this will be a text area component. So text area, as you all know, is where you can provide input. So we will bind the input here, which is bind. This is the syntax, and here we will say in double quotes, which you can give it any value of a choice. I will say file content. And inside this, guys, what we need to do is that we need to also we can also give a style property to it to style it. So here you can give any valid CSS property. So I will give it a width of 150 pixel and a height of also 100 pixel. So that's it. So you don't need to have a end tag, so just write here slash, that's it. So right here it is saying that the file content doesn't exist. So for that you need to, inside your code symbol, this is JavaScript. So here you need to declare this variable which is of string. So this is equal to file content. So just put a semicolon. This is our JavaScript code. And after this text area, guys, what we need to do is that we need to bind two buttons which will first of all save the file, and secondly it will download the file. So for that we will make use of button widget, and inside this we will say first will be for saving the file, save file, and the second will be for downloading it file, so download file. And here we need to bind the event listener. So when we click the button, so there is a on click event handler. So when we click the button, what will happen? So we will execute a function here which will save file. So we will create this function. So just wait, and similarly we will bind a on click on the download button as well, so which will say download file. That's it. So now we need to create these two functions right here, download file and save file. So right here inside our code section we will create a new file which new variable which is string content. And after that, guys, you need to create we need to give it a file name. So you can give any file name of your choice, but I will give it a file name of file.txt. You can give any name of your choice. After that we will declare these variables public void save file, and inside this we will simply content will be equal to file content. That's it. So now we have defined this function. So you can see that public, we have defined this. So after this we will define the function for download file. So this will be a async function. So public async void download file. So I think this needs to be small s, that is why this also need to be d small. So just do it. So this is a function. So inside this function, guys, we need to download it. So our file, so we will make use of the await keyword because this is a async function. So await, we will use js runtime dot invoke async, and inside this we will have a object, And inside this we will call this function which will be save file, and this will be present inside the external JavaScript file. And here we will pass the argument. First will be the file name, and second it will be the content. That's it. So put a semicolon, and now we simply need to make this save file function here, which will be residing inside our different file, which will be JavaScript file, which we need to create inside our project. So right click inside this www root folder, and you need to create add, and you need to create a add new item. Select this, and from the drop down you need to select JavaScript. So simply select JavaScript file, and here you need to give it a name. So you can give it any name. I will say save file.js. So save file.js, you can see this file is created here. So now you need to include this file inside our index.html page here. So right here inside the script, include this script source, and this is save file.js. So simply include this. So this is very easy stuff. Whenever you do any sort of JavaScript, you need to include it inside the HTML. So right here we are including it, and inside this we need to write the function, simple function here, which we have defined inside our razor component save file. So this is a function that we are calling here, which is save file. Exactly, the spelling is needs to be the same. So save file, and inside this function, guys, we will download the file as the attachment. This is very easy. If you know any sort of JavaScript, you will know what I am doing right now here. We are creating an anchor element by using document.createElement. This is pure JavaScript. This is not related to any Blazor or anything. This is pure JavaScript. So if you know JavaScript, you will know what I am doing here. Link.download, and this function expects, guys. So we have passed to variable here, which is file name and content. So two variables we are passing here. If you see here inside the razor component, we are passing file name and we are passing content. So we are just accessing these two variables here, file name and content. And the link download will be equal to file name. This is the file name to the file. After this, guys, we just need to put the link.href. So this will be the actual link which will be downloaded. So this will be simply data underscore, this will be a text file. So data text slash plain, and semicolon char character. This is char set is equal to utf dash 8, I think utf dash 8, put a comma, and plus, you need to plus, and here we will use encoding URI component, and inside this we will pass here, guys, the actual content which is written by the user. That's it. After making the link, guys, we just need to append this. So document body dot append child, here we will pass the actual link, and then we will click this link automatically by using link dot click. So just put a semicolon at each line. And after that, guys, what we need to do is that we need to remove this also. So we would say document dot body dot remove child, and we will remove this link automatically once it is downloaded. That's it, guys. This is the application. This is complete now. I can launch this application by clicking the green button. So once again, it will launch this. So it is taking some time here, and now it is launching this application. Now if I go to my save file menu option, so it will open this text area. So here if I can write anything, click on save file first of all to save the file, and click download file. So it will download it as the attachment. You can see that by the file name that we have given, you can see this is the actual thing that we have written here. If you want to make any sort of changes to it, you can just add some more thing. Click the save file button and click download. So your download is completed. So in this way, guys, you can download any sort of file inside browser using Blazor, .NET, C Sharp project, Web C Sharp We are using Blazor WebAssembly project to make the application inside the browser, which is accessible by everyone. So this is a very simple project that I wanted to make you just introduced to the concept of Blazor WebAssembly, which is quite a thing inside the programming world. All the developers out there are talking about it. So more and more videos I will develop use on the topic Blazor. So definitely subscribe the channel, like the video if you haven't already, and please hit the notification bell icon as well. So I will be seeing you in the next stream.